The Grammys happened last night, and Kanye West did not win a Grammy, but he did go on a Twitter rant to talk about white publications, or at least publications that are run by white individuals, and how they should not talk about rap or hip hop music because they don't know what it's like to be a descendant of a black slave. So this is another one of his Twitter rants that goes crazy, and he says the following. So he goes to Pitchfork, which, by the way, gave him a 9 out of 10 on his latest record.
But not good enough.
Not good enough. He says to Pitchfork, Rolling Stone, New York Times, and any other white publication, please do not comment on black music anymore.
What if it's a black writer at a quote-unquote white publication? And what makes it a white publication?
No, he's already deemed these publications white. Even if you're black and you're writing for one of these white publications, still a white publication, you're not allowed to write about black music, so-called black music. Okay. I love white people. Okay.
Oh, we got a funny way of showing it. Okay.
But you don't understand what it means to be the great-grandson of ex-slaves and make it this far. Okay. By the way, let's stop for a second. This is the same guy who went on a Twitter rant just a few days ago begging Zuckerberg to fund his, music, right?
Yeah.
A white guy to fund his music.
Yeah.
So you're okay with someone investing $1 billion into your music, but you're not okay with so-called white publications writing about you. By the way, he is okay with white publications writing about him. He wants attention. That's exactly what he's getting.
So I got an idea. Well, why don't black musicians, by the way, this only applies to Kanye because he's the only one doing it, stop begging white billionaires for money? Ooh, I can't turn it around, right? Okay, so look, we take this issue very seriously on the show, and we talk about it all the time, that history rains down on us through the generations. It's true. So the history of slavery in this country is not irrelevant to today. It doesn't mean that any white person that's out there right now is responsible. They didn't do the slavery, right? And so people often say that in a way to just dismiss the whole topic. Man, it wasn't me, man. That was a long time ago. We know it wasn't you, right? Mm-hmm. But that put a lot of African Americans in this country, and then the Jim Crow and the discrimination and all that, put them in a situation where they had lower wage jobs. They had a lot less wealth than the average white family. In fact, to this day, the disparity is enormous. More than 10 to 1 white families have greater household wealth, and it is because of the socioeconomic conditions that African Americans grew up in. But this jackass wants to come in and take ownership over that. And even though he's a multi-millionaire, but he thinks, I don't have enough millions of dollars. Yesterday, he said that those billionaires, the white billionaires as he would call them, didn't do the right thing by giving to schools in Africa. They should have just given it to him instead. So don't pretend you care about the African American cause, or that somehow you're affected because you're the great-grandson of ex-slaves while you're living in your mansions on top of mansions and talking about how you're $53 million in debt because you're such an idiot that you couldn't manage any of the enormous amount of money you made, and then go begging for more money, and then fall back on the excuse of, well, I'm black, so if you're white, you can't criticize me. Okay, well, I don't know what we are. I mean, we get called olive all the time. Are we allowed to criticize you? Are we allowed to? I don't know. Maybe I should ask for permission from Kanye first.
Yeah. Oh, I kind of like being called olive.
Yeah, I don't mind it at all.
Olives are delicious. Anyway, he also says the system is designed for colored people to fail, and one of our only voices is music. One of our only ways out is music. Okay, I got it. And you used music to become a success story, but then you messed it up. I don't know what happened to him. And honestly, there's a part of me that thinks that he does have some sort of mental issue. And that's why I kind of hold back from going too hard against him. But there's something up with him. Like his sense of entitlement, he might be a sociopath, to be honest, right? I mean, he has absolutely no self-awareness. He doesn't appreciate even good articles written about him. Pitchfork rated his latest album 9 out of 10. And you know what he responded back to them? Pitchfork, the album was 30 out of 10. Agree to disagree.
If you don't give it a 30 out of 10, you're white and you're not allowed to talk about it. No. There is a fine line between incredibly stupid and mentally ill, and I don't know which side of that line Kanye lies.